Hey Gemini guys, this is BK Kids Club. It's been a long time since I've posted, but I have been having some good success with my Gemini gigaplant deck. So I want to just make a little video about the updated deck, what I'm playing, the run I've been on. This is a 12 game win streak. Sean Montague, you jerk. Alright, so let's get to the deck. Alright, here's the deck that I'm running. Some new tech that people haven't seen since the last video. Morphing Jar. This card is really cool. You set a lot of cards. You have 26 cards you can set in your deck. Um, and there's a reasonable percentage of games where Morphing Jar wins the game by himself. Especially games where people are not setting a lot of aggro. We're talking like frogs, fairies. There's a lot of decks that aren't, set in four and pass. And against those decks, you generally always side out this Morphing Jar. Other cards that may be new, Compulse. So I like Compulse A because it can protect our guys. Like if you have Ultimate Offering, this is just a free blank, so you can just put it back in your hand, summon it again. And our guys are generally pretty big. Gigaplants, Dark Valkyrias. People are often going into Synchro monsters to get over these things. And Compulse just puts the Synchro back in the extra. It deals with a lot of issues that we have in the deck. I'm a big fan of this one, Compulse. Dust Tornado in the main. Dust Tornado is great, especially with Morphing Jar. You can often draw a fresh set of 5. Dust Tornado in the end phase, set like a Starlight Road or Solemn Judgment that you just drew in your fresh 5 grip, and, really push your advantage. Um, there's also Royal Oppression. I hate Royal Oppression, and you need cards that stop it. So I have 3 Gemini Sparks, MST, and Dust Tornado. Um, 2 Imperial Iron Wall in the main. This card is a meta call, and if you guys ever play like Magic the Gathering, there's a card called Blood Moon, and it's essentially, it's a floodgate. There are about 70% of the decks that it really works against. There's about 30% that it doesn't. Even in those matchups, it can eat an MST. It may blank, one card, and even a 1-for-1 is fine. It can stop Bottom's Trap Hole, D Prison, Caius. This card is really good, and the way the deck functions, I don't have any cards that interact negatively with it. There's nothing in here that banishes. There's nothing here that banishes for cost. There's nothing in here that banishes for effect. These have no negative effect on my deck, and it really stops a lot of the things that hurt the deck. The full 3 Reinforced Truth. Um, you have 3 Reinforced Truth, 2 Gemini Soldier. Uh, I'm fine with it. There are going to be some games, 1 out of 50 games, you're going to draw both of these, and you've dead drawn. Oh no. But often, if you just get one of these resolved, you're going to win a game. So if you draw 2 and you have a Gemini Soldier, oh no, you have a dead Reinforced Truth. But like this ratio has been working very well for me. New tech, Scrap Iron Scarecrow. This card is so good in this deck. I'm playing 2. It probably just should be at 1 of the deck, but I've been playing 2 because I want to draw it more often to see how I like, you know, what it feels like when I draw it. And it's been playing really well. I hope in these replays you're going to see that this card wins very. It wins a lot of games. Normally in a deck, it's not solving the problem. So say I have, this is just an 1800 monster and it's going to get attacked over by their 1900 monster. I stopped the attack, but I haven't solved the board. I'm still going to get attacked over next turn. Um, but in this deck, my Garnet is going to turn into something that kills a monster or gets another guy out of my deck or makes a synchro on the following turn. So this is really strong, stopping just the 1 attack and then having it again. So I love this card. Double Starlight Road. The deck is all about swarming. The deck is all about setting back row. Starlight Road is really good. I've considered running 3, but you have the Solemn Judgment. It's basically like running 3, and a power play is to go, Gigavise turn 1 into Stardust Dragon, so you don't always have to have the Starlight Road backup. We'll go over the side deck. Side deck's been pretty consistent. 2 Cyber Dragon. Those are for decks that are putting out monsters that are around 1900 attack, like Hero Beat. They commit an alias to the board. You get a special summon a Cyber Dragon, attack into it. It's gonna eat a Gemini Spark, a Bottomless, a Deep Prison, but that's not your Lone Fire eating those things. That's not your Valk eating those things. So you're fine getting rid of those. There are a lot of machine decks running around. You go into your one Fortress Dragon. I have never, in the entirety of this deck, ever needed to have the second Fortress Dragon. I guess there was one time where I could have called the Haunted my Cyber Dragon again and done it, but I was going to win at that point anyway. Fossil Dino is really good against special summoning decks, frogs. They're just going to be decks that it's really hard to win when you have a Dyna, like against the stupid Amaryllis deck I'm playing this card. And if you have Scrap Iron Scarecrow and Fossil Dyna, it really ruins people's day. Grand Mole is just when you need to bounce things, generally against Synchro decks. Uh, Decks that are going to be setting cards and you want to bounce things. It's a really useful card. Titanial is against decks that aren't really setting back row. So it's going in against my Lightsworn opponents. It's going in against uh, my frog opponents. Any deck that's not really pressuring my monsters. Like if I get to swarm, I'm playing a Titanial because it just gives me that much higher opportunity cost of playing these gigaplants. Two Prohibition. Um, there's a lot of weird decks in Edison, and having a card that can hose things, uh, it really does well. I played against Gladbeast. If you call Bestiari, they can't go into Geyserus, and that's what this deck has issues with. If they can swarm the board and start picking your things apart, because you really have to commit to the board with this deck, and Gladbeast pick apart the board that you've committed, and this can help that. Second Dust Tornado, there are any deck that's running, summon a monster, set 4 back row pass, I'm going to be citing in probably a Dust Tornado and a Seven Tools. Two Light Imprisoning, there are enough light decks. I like having these floodgates against those decks. This is probably the card that could come out the hardest if anything were to come out, but I'm leaving it in. Pulling the rug is really useful to have. I put it against frogs. I have a lot of side against frogs. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in against frogs. It's a matchup I see a lot of. Like there was one point on DB where every single time I clicked play, I played against frogs. So uh, I like having these. They're good against the Diva decks as well. Um, against They're going to be the decks that you want to play pulling the rug in, especially if they're playing like Diva, Caius, those type of formats. And Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, only one of because it negatively is impacted by our Dark Valkyries. That is kind of the only non-bow in the deck, side deck. And also, the Iron Rolls in the main are kind of like a pseudo Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. This means they can't dad. This means they can't use Vayu. Uh, this card hits a lot of dark monsters. They can't Phantom of Chaos, so you don't really need the Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. These are kind of Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors on their own. The extra deck has been about the same. Nothing's really changed. I don't really need the third Brute Drago, but I haven't found anything that I need to replace it with. So let's get to the matches. All right, I'm going to go through these. Let's go ahead and show both hands. I will go through. All right. So this is not a great hand. But hopefully I can get some action. Oh, that's even worse. So yeah, 1 out of 50 games, you're gonna draw 2 gigaplants your opening hand. So let's see how this one plays out. I'm gonna set an Iron Wall. Sure. There's a Raikou there. Oh, a Supervised Yeehaw. He's gonna destroy my Iron Wall. Sure. I'm not committing any more to the board because I don't have anything. There's a Card Trooper. He's playing zombies. All right. So I'm going to take a whopping 2100. Of course, I don't have Gores. Oh, some action. Sick. All right. So I'm probably going to take another hit, but I'm going to set both of these. All right. He's going to mill again. these are a little scary, but nothing too crazy. I really should have flipped this up standby phase. Actually, no, I shouldn't have. Imperial Iron Wall, the only time you really flip it up is if you think they're going to allure. That's what the benefit you get from flipping up early is. Otherwise, against zombies, you really want to flip it up as soon as they have the ability to use Book of Life. So if there's a zombie in their graveyard and a guy in your graveyard, you want to flip up this wall. Alright, so he's summoning dudes. I'm going to take some damage here, but like I'm set up on the following turn to do some things. So, oh, that would have been a cool draw, but at this point, whatever. Alright, he's doing us a favor. Now we're probably going to take over this Card Trooper and this Ryko. Let's see. I hope you guys get to see how good this card is. We'll see if I win this match. Alright, take over the Card Trooper. He draws a card. Oh, there's a dad. God, this means that I should activate this. In the standby phase, and I don't think I do. I think I remember this match, but we'll see. Alright, take over his guy. Why did I take over the Goblin Zombie? I didn't want him to have more stars on the field for him to sync with, because he's probably going to make some big synchro plays next turn. I'm going to kill... Oh, I was going to kill his monster anyway. That got more damage. Alright, I put down double Spark because I can spark the Valk and then spark the Valk again. There are 3 darks in his grave. I should have flipped this immediately. That was a misplay, for sure. He's just going to slam this dad. Kills my guy, which is a bummer. I should have done this in standby phase as soon as there was a 3rd dark. Like, never give people the opportunity to do that. Alright. I get back my Valk. Okay, this guy doesn't know why I put my Valk back on the field. I just had to tell him it was supervised. Sometimes I shortcut and people don't know what the Gemini cards do. Okay. I even said I probably should have done that in my standby phase. Alright. What am I going to do now? Attack for 18. He summons Trag. I for sure am going to main phase 2, normal summon this, and kill the Trag. Alright, he's going to creature swap me. I'm not going to give him a creature to creature swap. Let's kill the monster. I know this is a blank. I know this is a blank because he hasn't done anything with it. So I'm not going to kill the back row. Here, I could set up a 3-turn play where I summon Nettles and then save it with Scrap Iron. On the following turn, summon Gigaplant and then save it with Scrap Iron. That's too slow. I'm gonna play out this Dark Valkyrie so I can Gemini Spark if he goes for a play. Man, I cannot believe, like, just to like recap. All I needed was 1 Reinforced Truth. It got me a guy, which got me access to all of my explosive cards. I even drew double Gigaplant. Like, I should lose this game by all means, but this card is bananas. Alright, let's see. I set this Gemini Spark. He goes Zombie Master. I fucked up here. I needed to chain to this. I needed to chain and kill his Zombie Master. He has a Solemn Judgment. I'm gonna MST that for sure. Alright, normal summon Valk, attack over. That's a free attack. And then I take this off the board in main phase 2. Set a Solemn Judgment. He summons Plague. So this is the only non-po. It's not great. If they have Plague, they can get it back infinite times with Iron Wall, but like they're also given a card each time for a level 2 tuner. So like, you know, you take it, you leave it. Here I attack, or I hit his back row. Now I'm going for the 3-turn Nettles play. This is back when I was on my body. I replaced it back with Dust Tornado just because I was having more success with it. But there are some times where I outplay some people with my body in these replays. He draws another dead draw. That is 3 cards that have gotten blanked by Imperial Ironmaw in the main deck. This card is bananas. Alright, I sack for for this. I do not attack directly because I am terrified of Gores. If he just has one monster, I can get over it, but if he has 2 monsters, I can only save the attack once, so I need to save my guy. There's plenty of times in this deck where you do not need to press the attack. Is it always right? Of course not. I'm watching the deck right now. He's got 3 dead draws in his hand, but I thought one of those could be Gorge or Drag, so I didn't do it. Alright, let's see. Alright, on my turn, uh, it is always good to get this gigaplant summoned. It's a free. You get free shit. You get a free nettles. You get a free gigaplant. All right, attack into this Sangin. He gets Raikou. He has to set Raikou, and then I get to go into 2 level 8 synchros, or for the more advantage play, I just go into gigaplant. I won that game. That was nuts. I won that game with double gigaplant in my hand. All right, let's see. Okay, so I sided in Titanium because this is not a deck that sees a lot of um, back row. They didn't play a ton of back row, and like a Gigaplant into Titanium with Stardust and then like an Iron Wall is an unbreakable board. So this can just push my advantage. Seeing all, I have drawn very poorly in both of these games. So he sets Mirror Force, Pyramid Turtle. I have Reinforced Truth, and my body as a shield. So this is going to set up me getting a guy and then being able to spark this, which is great. Go get Gemini Soldier, Normal Summon. God, I fucking love this card. Alright. So Dust Tornado would have done the same thing in this spot, but saved me 1,500 life points. So, you know, take it or leave it. I'll take 900, go get a Valk, main phase 2, set some cards. I I think he's going to attack with this Pyramid Turtle, so this is going to ruin his day. Then it's going to normal summon this and kill it next turn. So, or he'll creature swap me. But that was my thought. Like, I'm going to ruin this guy's day either way. Attack, negate the attack. He sets a trap dust shoot. I guess I could have done this in the standby phase, but like, fucking please take one of these. For sure. Be my guest. Alright. Take back my Gigaplant. I'm gonna summon this Valk. I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm gonna attack. I'm gonna go get probably another Valk. Yeah, no reason to get anything else at this point. Attack for 18. He summons Gores. I'm fine with Gores because I can kill one and negate an attack. I just pass. I think I'm scared of Heavy Storm, and I don't want to commit. I guess I could have set the Spark, but I didn't need to. He's gonna summon. Oh, this is great. I have all this control over what's gonna happen this battle phase. So he's gonna attack this. I'm gonna go get a guy. I mill first. Go get a Toon Magician, and then I get to kill the rest of his board because this guy never wanted a Cold Wave. I guess there was no reason to. Negate the token, kill the Gores with the one that's already used its effect. My turn. I have the world is my oyster. I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna kill the token. Sync with the Magician, make a Stardust. I have Stardust Scrap Iron, which is really strong. Alright, we're going to get back our Dark Valkyria. Attack. I'm probably going to go get a Butterfly. I don't have Lethal. I could get the... No, I can't even get this. Yeah, I only have Butterflies left in the deck, so yeah, I guess I will get the only other target in my deck. Attack. Attack for 25. He drops the Trag. I kill that bit. Oh, he doesn't want to drop to 500. Okay, that's fair. I think that's the only way you could win, having a monster on board. But you know, I'll take a free. I can do 3,000 damage next turn. This guy just ruined his own day. All right, there's no way he can win. Cold Wave, sure. And then he goes Pyramid Turtle. And then he goes Creature Swap. And I go, hey, you can't do that. We just Cold Waved. And then he missed defeat. Alright, that's game win number 1. Maybe I should go through these a little bit faster. How long is this thing? 20 minutes already? Whatever. It'll be a long video. Who cares? All right. I'm just going to break fast forward, and I'll pause it if I need to. All right. Looks like I won the die roll. I'm going to summon a guy and set some things. Looks like I'm playing against frogs. Um, what's going through my head? Worst case scenario, this is a Raikou, so I summon two things that I don't care if he kills, and I don't really care if he kills either. So let's summon the soldier, attack into it first because I want to get the summon. Take 1500. Ouch. Let's go get a. Man, this is going to be a painful hand. Get Valk. Set a card. I didn't really need to set this call, but let's see if it comes back to bite me. He just sets. He's got a pretty bad hand. He doesn't have any monarchs. He's got MST. All right. So for sure, summon Valk, kill the dupe frog. Why did I kill the dupe frog? I could have attacked over it. Maybe I just want to go for damage. I don't know. That was probably a misplay, honestly. I probably should have just let this at 21 and not attacked. Because now this Gorz is gonna look real bad. Yeah, that was not a good play. This was a misplay on my part, for sure. Oh, I guess he left. Okay, won that one. I'm the best. All right, let's go next. Hope it's not Gladiator Beast. It's not. I'm playing against Lightsworns. I don't mind Card Trooper so much. It does stink when I have like I summon Dark Valkyria turn one and they go into Card Trooper. Going second, Card Trooper doesn't feel so bad. Reinforced Truth, it plays really well into this card. Alright, so he mills some garbage. He gold sarks for Cold Wave. I drew the soldier. Gross. All right. This is not the world's best hand. If I had gone first, I would have been able to fade this cold wave, which would have been great. But as it looks now, my hand does not do much. So I'm just gonna attack over the card trooper, set my two cards, pass turn. Hopefully get an engine online next turn. Uh, Drawing super any summoned extender would be great. Now he has drawn shit for solar recharge. He has not milled well this game. He's going to set Threatening Roar. I opt to not use this in the end phase because I want to use my normal summon on this Valkyria because I'm afraid of Dishonest. So I did play correctly, but I'm probably not going to win this game. I did not draw the things that I needed to win this game. Threatening Roar, sure. And then he's just going to like Cold Wave JD me. I do this just to put a little bit of defense on the board, get the soldier out of my deck. Is that correct? If I top deck the Reinforced Truth to be dead, but like I'm probably gonna lose this game anyway. I can even set on the following turn. Yeah, I just scoop it up. All right, I side in Titanial and Light Imprisoning Mirrors. Side out. My Iron Walls in this matchup is not super strong. All right, I got a boy. I got some interactive spells and traps. This is a pretty good hand. I'm happy with this hand. I don't set the compulse because I have the scrap iron. I don't think I'll need it. So let's see what plays out. He goes and gets a Lumina. Yep. Summon a card trooper. And this is why scrap iron is pilled. Like had I played like Swords Revealing Light, he may not have made this play. Like, but people think they're just gonna get so much value. They're like, haha, attack into your Chevalier. And I'm just like, flip this dumbass card right here. And and it usually eats MSTs as well. Like, this card's great. Alright, he is going to Gold Sark in main 2. He's got 3 Lightsworn. Shit. Is he going to go for JD? He is going to go for JD. I'm going to go get a Soldier. He's got Threatening MST. Alright, this is probably gonna eat the game. And because this ate the MST, that's probably gonna win me the game. Which I do not know why this guy didn't threaten roar. I'm about to go get a guy. Alright, whatever. I do this because I want to make a synchro. I want to go into Stardust Dragon. And he. Okay, so he didn't threaten roar and he didn't MST. I don't know what the fuck this guy is doing. I have no idea. I'm gonna go into the. I'm gonna go into Stardust Dragon, get back Toon Magician, and now you're gonna see the power of Stardust Dragon and Floodgates. Cause like he can't do anything. He just scoops it up. He's even gonna get a JD next turn, but he scoops it up. Stardust Dragon and Floodgates is nasty. Well, this is looking like a good hand. And he does not have anything to interact with our back row, which means we probably win on the very first turn, especially if we draw a Lone Fire Blossom. Like, yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna just go head first in this Raikou, because what else would it be? A hamster? Like, he's not playing that, and okay, Mill's a wolf. I don't give a shit. I'm about to like reinforce Truth Ultimate Offering. He's gonna attack. I'm gonna get a guy. Like, yeah, this guy's day is about to be ruined. Bad players attack into it. They're like, that's just a 500 normal, and then I don't know why they do. I go get a free Valk, and then next turn I get to go get like kill this guy, gigaplant, get back butterfly, get back Valk, attack with soldier. End of battle phase, I do this to play around Torrential Tribute so I can kill his thing. But I don't need to play around anything. He has a bunch of fucking shitty monsters in his hand. Main phase 2, he summons a Jane. Do I go second Reinforced Truth end phase? I don't. So, like, the board's already pretty spammy, and say my board gets taken away, this allows me to bring back my engine. So, you don't always need to, I don't need 2 soldiers on the board right now. That's going to eat up board space. So, I'm going to kill this guy, and then get basically 2 free Valk activations because Gigaplant is filled. So, kill this dude, sack for Gigaplant, get back Butterfly, get back Valk, kill this guy, play around Honest, go get a free dude. I go get, especially with this, I get, oh, Tuned Magician. Why did I not get, oh, I have called Honest. Attack over his guy, attack, attack. I'm gonna call the Haunted. Oh, this is gross. I'm gonna get back this Gigaplant. Attack. Make a level 8, get back Butterfly, and then have Gemini spark up. Like, what the hell is this guy supposed to do? Oh man, this is gross. And he scooped it up. He didn't have anything. He had 3 Lightsworns in grave. I guess he could have attacked in, but then he would have played Judgment Dragon and then done nothing. So like because I had the Spark, if I had Spark or Scrap Iron, like this Stardust is safe and he's never getting this Judgment Dragon off. All right, let's go next game. Let's see. Did I win the die roll? Oh god, I'm playing against a bad 60 card deck. Um, so because he's played 60 cards, and I notice I don't play around anything. Like he's got 60 cards, he doesn't have it. Is that gonna work for me? Not always, but we'll see. All right, this Phoenix Chain might eat our lunch. Summon a card trooper. Ouch. Yeah, that hurts. But he milled his Heavy Storm, which feels nice. Alright, so he thinks he's going to get us with his Phoenix Chain, and I'm going to be able to get him back with... Oh, okay. I for sure want to play this Morphing Jar this turn, so I'm going to attack. He's going to Fiendish. I'm going to get this card trooper off the board, and then I will set this Morphing Jar. And what does he do? He summons Doom Cow, attacks. That's fine. Oh, this is going to be a cool play. I'm going to go